Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to FTL Faster Than Light. On the last run, I believe we played as the Zoltan Cruiser Type B, which we've had a little bit of a run of bad luck. Past couple of runs have met with failure. Let's see if we can't turn that around this time. Now, I have already done the Mantis Cruiser Type B, and I'm kind of running through all the ships that I have unlocked and do the B-type layouts of those runs. B-type runs of those layouts, I should say. But I've already done the B-type Mantis Cruiser because I just really like the B-type layout, so I just did that as a fun run as soon as I unlocked it. So why don't we go back to the A-type Mantis ship and see if we can't make a victory happen here. The Gila Monster is a very offensively weak ship with a small bomb basic laser, but we do have mantises and a 2-room teleporter. Let's see if we can't make this work for us. Now, we've already done the achievements as well, so we don't have to worry about those at all. We can focus entirely on just trying to survive this run and make it work for us. Now, we only have 1 bar of shields. We do have extra crew members on board the ship, though, so we will have dodge chance. We can upgrade the shield system and the engines and keep our ship alive while we are dealing with the enemy units on board their ship. Small bomb is basically just a way for us to... I'll attack the ship. I can attack the ship, I think, because I can... No, I can't. Teleport. I was thinking I could beam aboard them and take out their weapon systems, but actually I can't do that. I would have to use a small bomb or basic laser to take down their weapons, and it's just easier, I guess, just to take a turn and use the teleporter. We don't get anything except for sector scans, so we don't get any scrap out of it, but having sector scans is actually quite nice because now we can spend the time and know what we are dealing with. We know what beacons we can go to. So what I think I might do is actually go left around to the sun. We will have to go through a sun, but I think we can survive it. There is a ship here, so we will get into some sort of combat. We can board the enemy. And then we can go down around, up through the nebula, hit up the distress beacons, and then the store, and then maybe pick up something on the way out. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see if it works. The biggest problem here is we might get a little bit screwed if the fire hits our teleporter room, because then we won't be able to bring our mantises back, but I think we'll be fine. They do have rock men, which are also kind of terrifying, so let's actually let the NG kind of run and follow us. The NG's a lot faster than the Rockman, so we'll be able to get a couple of free shots at him, while the Rockman is slowly pondering his way towards us. I will also depower the shield for just a second to let the ion hit, that way we can repower the shields, and the pike beam, if it fires very quickly, will miss. Let's use one small bomb just to make sure that we can get through this fight without getting hit by their weapons again. That is going to hit the shield system regardless, so I'm very glad I decided to use that small bomb. They only have the ion, which doesn't really matter at all, does it? Hopefully this doesn't hit the teleporter. Let's just make these guys beam back while we have some time, and we will get hit by the solar flare, I think, but that's actually not too bad. The O2 system is actually on fire, but I think the mantises can deal with that. There is actually another fire, so what I might want to do is just open up all the doors, get the fire put out, hopefully, save the O2 room. Our mantises are getting hurt, but that's fine because we can just run back into the med bay and get them healed up. Their ship is what's exploding there, not mine. Good stuff. That was a pretty good encounter. We didn't actually take any hull damage. I think it's just random if you take hull damage on a solar flare, because sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Maybe if the solar flare hits a powered room, it causes damage because the O2 system was just depowered. It didn't actually take any damage. I'm actually not sure exactly how that works, but this is very dangerous because they have a Zoltan shield, an ion weapon, and a beam. This is terrifying. We have to use our basic laser to punch our way through their shields, and that's going to take a while. I could use a small bomb, but I'd rather save the bombs. And I'm hoping that, yep, if they fire their beam, I can depower my shields, let their ion just hit a random room. As long as they don't aim for the shield room, I will be fine. Let's It's going to take a few more shots to actually break through, but thanks to them using this heavy ion instead of the Ion Blast Mark 1, it fires in like probably like 8 seconds, or maybe like 12 seconds in the beam, or maybe 11 seconds even, and the beam fires every 10 seconds. So we actually have time to do this, to depower our shields and have them come back online before the beam actually has a chance to fire. And one more iteration of this will allow me to beam aboard their ship and take out their crew. Ion Blast going in. Good, now we can beam aboard. They're gonna have Zoltans. Zoltans, well, they might have Zoltans, I guess is what I should say. Zoltans, if they have them, will explode and do damage to me, so we do have to be a little bit careful about that. In fact, what I will do, first of all, is get the small bomb. Second of all, run away so that the Zoltan has to come fight me and I can kill him very quickly. He has very low HP, and then once he's dead, we can just fight the Rockman 2-on-1, basically. Okay, still have to pay attention to the weapon systems. They fired an ion, get the shields depowered and repowered before the beam comes in. And good stuff. 4 fuel, 14 scrap is actually a pretty good payout, the scrap in particular, but the fuel is good as well because now we have 19 fuel. As long as we get, on average, 1 fuel per encounter, which is pretty, decent probability of that happening thanks to us boarding the enemy, we'll be fine. We won't run out of fuel in this run, hopefully. Do still want to pick up the medbay upgrade. It's a very good upgrade to pick up as soon as you can, so I do want to get it. They will also be boarding me, so I think what I will do is small bomb their weapon system, wait for them to board me, kill their boarders, and then board them. It looks like they have a Rockman boarding me, and he boarded me in the medbay, so this is actually going to be kind of perfect, really. They might hit us with their lasers. Maybe our bomb can go off. Oh, it did go off, and there's missed. Perfect. So now their Rockman is dead. They're low on crew. I'm gonna beam them into the enemy weapon system so that they cannot get their weapons repaired. And they do have a Mantis. Their Mantis will do a lot of damage to my Mantis, but the good thing about this is that since their NG does so little damage, I can just swap my crew members around in a second. Teleporter is destroyed, but we will come out of this fight victoriously. Just gotta wait a second, and then we move our Mantises away from the room, select them, and move them in a different order. Come on. Then they'll swap positions, and my Mantis with a lot of health is going to attack their Mantis with very low health. And good, there we go. 5 fuel, 21 scrap. 23 fuel is a lot of fuel. I'm glad that we have it. And we just need to get the teleporter repaired so that we can beam our Mantises back. As there are situations where you can have your entire crew on board the enemy ship and then your teleporter gets destroyed and then you can't bring them back. If that happens, you actually do get your crew members back aboard your ship. It's there's a built-in catch condition in the game that says if you can't return to your ship after you've killed the enemy crew, then the storyline is you found a shuttle, and then you take the shuttle back to your ship, and then you're fine. So because we still had crew members aboard our ship, that didn't happen. We had to go and repair the teleporter, but if we boarded with all of our crew and then that happened, we would still be fine. We would still be able to make it out of that. So let's get the medbay upgrade purchased, and let us continue on. I kind of do want to see if I can go beacon distress store, because then we can just go over here to the exit. Even though that's not a very good use of our time, I think that's a very good use of the beacon jumps, because every beacon jump that is a fight is good for us. My biggest concern is that this might be a rebel ship. Rebel ships tend to be in nebulas, so what I might want to do is jump to the empty beacon. However, if we do that, we are definitely not going to get any rewards out of it. So I will jump to this beacon. If it's a auto scout ship, that sucks for me because it means that I actually do have to spend bombs and lasers to get through their shields. They also have a cloak, so they might get away. They also have an ion weapon and the laser. Luckily, I might be able to sneak my way around their ion shots by depowering my shields. But I think we can destroy this ship. I think what we should do is we should small bomb the piloting system potentially, just so that they can't escape. But Small bombing the shields is also good because then I could switch over to the basic laser. So let's do that. It's gonna take a lot of time for this to work, but let's small bomb their shield system first. It goes off. We switch over to the basic laser, and we will probably have to wait a second until we get another chance to fire. They'll probably cloak in a second. But now I can hit their piloting system, keep them from escaping, hopefully. Jump imminent. We're not going to be able to destroy them. This sucks. I kind of expected it, though. Yeah, there it goes. And now the fleet pursuit has doubled for 1 jump. Which is actually not that bad because we're in a nebula, now that I think about it. So yeah, that's actually not terrible. I can accept that. Okay, so our shields are down and we won't last long in this asteroid field. We beam them aboard our ship and take them to a nearby planet where they're from, and we get 20 scrap. Good. We could also have picked up another crew member there, or a whole bunch of random hull repair, which would have been not the best for us because we're at 100% health, but we picked up probably what was the second best reward there, the scrap. First best would probably have just been another crew member, because I think you do get scrap from that as well. These guys are going to try to escape, just like the last encounter we had, but we do have the ability to board them now, so we will board them probably in the engine room. Kill their crew as soon as we can. They are going to attack us and board us at the same time. They are in our oxygen room, so I'm probably going to have my Mantis attack them to keep them busy, have the NG pilot for a second, and we will have a flak and small laser coming in at us in a second, but we will hopefully be able to bomb them so they won't have a chance to shoot twice. Because this is gonna hit, it's gonna hit hard. Yeah, our med bay's down, but their weapons are down, so they won't be able to damage us again. So let's get the NG in here and actually get him attacking the human on our ship. Get him killed ASAP. Get him to everyone to repair the med bay, and there we go. Killed the crew. Didn't take too long. We did take a little bit of damage there. 2 points. It looks like we did dodge one of the flak shots, or at least it missed anyways. Get everybody healed up very quickly thanks to the 2nd level med bay. And we will need to get the basic laser and small bomb online at the same time, but unfortunately that costs a lot of scrap. 40 to get the weapon control system upgraded because it only starts with 1 bar. Honestly, the crew teleporter is more important because now we can actually attack drones. Drone ships are now no longer just unkillable. If we had the 2nd level teleporter, I could have killed that last drone ship that got away. The only reason why I couldn't was because we couldn't deal enough damage to it quick enough. Refugee ship drifting in space. We will board and investigate. There are intruders on board. Unfortunately, we can't get crew from this, I guess. Let's get everyone ready to, oh, holy cow, they've got a lot of crew. Okay, I was not expecting 4 humans, but let's get this area deoxygenated so that they can't, let's get the entire, let's not get the entire ship deoxygenated. Let's just get this area deoxygenated so that they don't take out my weapon system. What I want to have happen here is the deoxygenation to happen and then my crew run really quickly towards the med bay. Yeah, I know you're hurting, it's fine though. We get the med bay powered up, and then we open all the doors behind us so that they have to come to me. You're fine. You're gonna take a little bit of damage there, but you're okay. NG can get out of the med because I need my Mantises healed up to attack these guys. They're gonna come around the corner in a second into the oxygen room. Hopefully they just come into the med bay. Good, they came into the med bay. Looks like most of them died from the lack of oxygen as they were running to the medbay, so that worked out pretty well. I didn't want them to destroy the weapon system because that's 1 hull damage that's, you know, permanent until I get it repaired. And ideally I would like to not take damage wherever possible. Good stuff. We made it out of that encounter. Unfortunately we didn't get anything from it, but that's okay. And it looks like, unfortunately, we won't be able to go to the store. I mean, I could go to the store, but there's nothing to buy with only 20 scrap plus whatever we get from this encounter. So what I might want to do actually is just kind of not go to the store. Go to the beacon that's ahead of us, and then jump once to the beacon that's offshoot from the exit, and then we'll go to the exit. We're gonna take damage here. Oh, no we didn't. The beam hit the med bay and then the empty section of our ship, which allowed it to miss us entirely, and the one laser shot did miss, so we didn't take any damage there. Unexpected, but appreciated nonetheless. Rockman, you are going to go into the shield room. Why? Because we don't have good weapons. We're not really using the weapons all that much, but the extra shield recharge rate is going to be important for us to prevent us from taking as much damage, because as the shields can get recharged, faster, we can maybe dodge a beam shot, maybe dodge an extra laser shot that comes in. We will never surrender our crew to slaves, and this is actually pretty good for us because it means we might be able to get some bonus crew from this. This is also terrifying because they do have a combat drone plus beam weapon. We will board them, and we will try to beam over a Mantis plus another Rockman so that we can potentially do a lot of damage to the enemy crew here. They did actually hack our teleporter, which is garbage for us because what that does is it brings our crew members back aboard our ship, which is bad. There's no other way of saying it. It's bad for us. So we have to wait for their hack to finish before we can beam back. Our small bomb can go on their drone system, I think. Take this drone offline because we're gonna get hit. We're gonna take damage if that drone is firing at us. So now we can board them in the drone system, prevent them from repairing it. For a little while, we will be hacked in a minute, but I'm thinking we might be able to get another bomb off, bomb the hacking system, and then we can start beaming our crew members aboard. We are doing damage to their crew. They do have a clone bay though, so the biggest problem with this encounter is that clone bay, really. Our crew can get healed up in the med bay though. They can break out of the hacked doors pretty quickly. And we will bomb them in the hack room, and then we will probably board them in the hack room in a very short amount of time. Okay, let's get the med bay powered up. Let's get these guys sealed up very quickly and then back into the teleporter room before the doors close again. Good stuff. We will bomb them in the hacking room so that we can actually stay aboard their ship this time. And let's get the Rockman and Mantis ready to board in about 15 seconds. Okay, the humans are dead, so now we are going to attack their clone bay. They have one Zoltan. Zoltan's gonna be annoying because he will explode, damaging our Mantis. And his delay, I think, is going to mean that we will not be able to kill the clone bay before more crew come aboard, but we can now beam the extra Mantis and Rockman. And there we go, now we have some additional crew choices. We can pick up another Mantis, a Rockman, or an NG. Another Mantis might not be the worst thing in the world so that we can have 2 pairs of boarders, but we do have a Rockman that we can use for that purpose. Another NG would be good for repairing, but we do have one already. I kind of like the idea of having 2 pairs of Mantises that we can board with. Let's have a Mantis join our crew. Now everyone comes back aboard and gets healed up in the med bay. 46 scrap. We'll just go to this beacon, jump back, and then jump to the exit. I think we'll have enough time for that. Yeah, almost certainly we'll have enough time for that without getting caught by the Rebel fleet. And even if we do, the exit beacon's in a nebula, so there's no ASB that we have to worry about. We can actually kill the enemy ship. Not easily, but we can kill the enemy ship. Regardless of who we chose, we do have another crew member, so now we have a weapons personnel who's going to get our weapons charging a little bit faster. And at this point, I might want to consider something like an extra level of piloting, doors, engines, shields. Another bar of reactor power would be quite nice, but let's just go to this beacon and see what we get. Maybe nothing. Attack the rebels. Hey, worked out for us. We will attack them, we'll board them immediately. Actually, we'll wait and see where it lands, because if it lands on the teleporter room again, then I want to be able to teleport as soon as this finishes its cooldown. If I waited, then I would not be able to board them for like 10 seconds after the hack ended because my teleporter would still be on cooldown. So that was a very good thing to do, to wait. And the other thing that's good about this is that this ship that we're fighting against only has beams. They don't have any lasers, they don't have any missiles, they don't have any bombs, ions. They can't bust through my shields at all. So what I can do is actually bomb their hacking system, beam aboard, prevent them from repairing it, and in about 15 seconds, we are going to have a couple of mantises come aboard and really mess their shit up, because we will have 2 pairs of mantises aboard their ship. Our crew members will be wounded, but with a couple of extra mantises on board, we will be able to take out whoever is on board this ship. They're just gonna fight me in there, so I'm going to meet them in the room. I don't want my, these 2 mantises, the ones that I just sent on board to get the kill, I want the kills to go to the mantises who will be doing the boarding primarily. I want them to get the experience as soon as possible. We'll still steal the supplies, we get 9 scrap, and that is perfectly acceptable. Get everybody healed up. A little bit of micromanagement in the med bay, but I do not mind. It only takes a second. Good stuff. Now, it looks like we can, in fact, get to the exit before the Rebel fleet arrives. It was a little close, I'll grant you that, but we managed to make it work. There is nothing here. Unfortunate. I would have liked for there to be something there, but we will go to screw the abandoned sector. We're gonna go to the civilian sector. You know, red sectors are usually better. In this case, it's not, because abandoned sector means Lanius ships, and Lanius ships don't have oxygen. That means I can't board them without my crew almost guaranteed dying, so we are not going to do that. What I will do instead is pick up another bar of shields and some power, and now I can put power into the shield system if I need to. Hopefully we don't have to too often, because we don't really have power to spare. We have to move it from the oxygen or weapon system. This is a good situation for this to happen though, because I can board them. They will probably have a couple of slugs, my mantises will eat them up, and I don't need my bomb weapon at all. They only have 1 bar of shield. I mean, I should say, I need 2 bars of shields to not take damage from their weapons. They only have NGs aboard, which is actually just hilariously bad. Their mind control on my NG won't destroy my weapon system. NGs are bad at combat anyways. And he can just repair it once we kill him. There we go. Easy encounter. We picked up a lot of fuel. And the good thing about boarding is that since that gave us 6 fuel, we don't need to get fuel for 6 more combats, and we're basically even. Which I like. I like it a lot. Distress signal, then we'll go back up into the nebula. Why the distress signal now? Because it's something guaranteed. This is wonderful. The laboratory fire, we send a rock crew member in and he puts out the fire, and we get a reverse ion field augment and 21 scrap. Wonderful. This augment gives us a 50% chance to negate ion damage. If we had 2 of these, we would be ion immune. I don't think that makes us immune to things like the pulsar effect, but maybe it does. I don't know. There's a store here. 47 scrap is not enough to go to the store and feel comfortable, but I could go to a couple more beacons and then hit up the store, and if I have like 70 scrap, 80 scrap ideally, I would feel pretty good about that. 1 fuel for 4 missiles. I'm actually going to trade this. You know, normally you don't necessarily want to trade fuel for things, but because we have so much fuel and we're going to get more as we do the combat encounters here, I feel pretty good about that. With only 47 scrap and nothing really to sell, I might just skip the store. Although, you know what? Let's go to the store. If I have to, I will sell the augments. They're good to have, but a weapon would be even better. Burst Laser Mark 1? Ugh. I mean, it's a garbage weapon. It's better than basic laser. You know, I don't think we buy a weapon here. These are bad. Heavy ion is probably the second worst ion weapon, because who cares that it does 2 ion damage? You only need to do 1 ion damage to an enemy's shields to take their shields down by 1 bar. 2 ion damage also takes the shields down by 1 bar. You don't get anything more by putting on more ion damage. A 1 power ion weapon is just as effective as this thing. Now, if you don't hit the shields, if you hit like the weapon system, then it's more effective, but ion weapons usually have pretty low charge times, and you want them to take down the shield so that you can actually do permanent damage to enemy systems with lasers. So heavy ion is garbage. Burst laser Mark 1, 2 power for 2 shots. I mean, laser charger does the same thing, but it doesn't start fires. It's also more expensive. Charges slightly slower, I guess. Like, these are just terrible. I mean, cloaking would be amazing to pick up, but I mean, we don't have to scrap for it. We can get an extra 50. I could get an extra, like, 30 by selling my weapons, but that still doesn't give me enough. Now, I could buy sensors. Sensors might be a pretty good thing because then I can see aboard the enemy ship, know what they have, know if I am going to board them, what they have aboard. You know, if they have a lot of mantises, I might be like, ooh, actually, let's just kill them. If they have a anti-personnel drone, I can be like, oh, they have an anti-personnel drone. So I think we actually just get sensors. As strange as that sounds, it's nice to be able to see aboard my own ship, though. And we'll just have the NG man it temporarily. We'll move him back into the engine room as soon as we start combat. You know what? What did I just say? A 1 power ion weapon would be so much better, and there it is. It charges faster. It takes down 1 bar of shields. There we go. Good stuff. that was unexpected, but pretty lucky. So we will definitely run Ion Blast Basic Laser. Unfortunately, that's not a very good combination because as soon as enemies have 2 bars of shields or more, we can't break through their shields, so it's gonna be hard. I probably will attack the automated ship here to get to the storage cache because we can now that we have the second second level of teleporter. They do have a beam drone plus a missile launcher. The missile launcher is going to be the big piss off here. So what I'm actually going to do is depower the shields, power up the small bomb and the engines, go into their weapons room, and hopefully take this missile offline before it has a chance to fire. We will be able to bring back the mantises as long as they don't shoot their missile at my teleporter room. That is the only thing that could cause this situation to get fucked up. Hopefully they take it down. There we go. Good job. Now let's take down their drone control system because why not? And we will fire a small bomb at their shield system so that we can bring out the basic laser. The bomb missed, so we will either have to use another bomb or board again with the mantises. Either situation will work. We have time though because their missile launcher is offline. I'll probably just use another small bomb, save the mantises in case they need to take down the missile launcher again. But maybe the basic laser can fulfill the same purpose. Because they are repairing their ship. What I might want to do is board with the mantises on the drone control room. It will take the system offline and do a little bit more hull damage, and it will also, I can also move them into the weapons room if I need them to take down the missile launcher, so if they get it repaired. So let's do that. Basic laser can fire on their piloting system. It's wounded, so they have a lower dodge chance. We'll move them into the weapon system just in case it comes back, and then we'll beam them back aboard in just a second. Bad timing, bad timing. Why bad timing? Because I had just fired the laser, and they might be able to fire off a missile at me before my laser fires again. So we might be able to, we might take a little bit of damage here, we will. But at least our mantises are on board our ship. So we have some time to get things repaired. NG can repair that, mantises can go help. Sucks that we took a little bit of damage there, but it happens, it's okay. Get the basic laser back on the line. Everyone back to their rooms. Mantis, who's wounded, is going to stay there just because he can. I should figure out like how many seconds it takes their repair system to function, because then I could actually time my shots, be like, oh, it's been 2 cycles of the basic laser, it's about to get the weapon back online, so let's hold off on shooting it. But we'll be fine here. Just gonna wait for basic laser to get powered. Shoot him once in the engines, and again! I fire my basic laser and then they get the damn missile launcher online. I was thinking about not shooting it. I shot it anyways. We're gonna take a little bit more damage here, but that's okay. Only 1 damage in an empty room this time, which is wonderful. 12 scrap plus another 7 and another 4 fuel is pretty good. Get him healed up. I want my crew to be at full health. It is a very small thing that you can do to make your runs just a little bit better. It does take a little bit of time. It's kind of a little bit of annoying, but hey, that's FTL for you in a nutshell. 36 scrap. I could get second bar of sensors. I've not been getting second bar of sensors and I've been regretting it, but since we're also boarding, I think it's definitely worthwhile so I know what's happening aboard the enemy ship without having to micromanage my crew. I can see they have a Mantis and a Zoltan, so I know that I can A, kill them, and I know that I can kill them by boarding them in the engine room first. Why engine room? Do damage to the Zoltan so that he dies sooner, and then we can focus down the Mantis. Maybe I should have focused down the Mantis first, but honestly, didn't really matter. Either way, we're going to come out of this just fine. Might as well fire the basic laser to get my crew members trained up on weapon skill. And now that the Zoltan is dead, I can move my Mantises around just to make sure that we win this fight here. 2 fuel, 13 scrap is pretty good. And we did resist one of the ion shots that came in. It didn't do ionization damage to the shields. One did though, but it didn't matter because they were dead. It did not matter at all. Okay, good stuff. We'll jump to this beacon towards the exit. Asteroid field is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, especially since I don't have my shields fully powered. They do have a med bay, which means we do need the small bomb. Boarding them at this point wouldn't accomplish all that much, so I'm probably gonna hold off for a second. You know what, screw it, let's board them. If the small bomb comes in a moment and kills them, we'll be fine. I can small bomb their med bay when they walk into the med bay. Oh, it's actually damaged already, which is wonderful because now my small bomb will do a lot of damage here to their crew, ideally. Killed one of them. Med bay is destroyed, so I can send my Mantises in there, and they're not attacking me at all. They're like, nah, we're not gonna attack you. This NG is going to die. Their lasers are coming in. I will at least power up the engines with the power from the teleporter since we are not going to bring our crew members back at all. I need to stop the drone from repairing the med bay, so we're gonna send my Mantises in there. Good stuff. We picked up a firebomb, which I had on the Rock Cruiser Type A run I did in the past. It's actually a wonderful, wonderful thing to pick up. Because if the enemy has a clone bay, a med bay, and I have 2 rockmen, I have 1, if I had 2, what I could do is drop the firebomb in the room and then teleport my rock members in there. Rock crew members don't take fire damage. They would be able to just delay the enemy from repairing anything until the fire just wrecked them. So having the firebomb is actually a wonderful pickup there. If I can get 1 more rock crew member, I would probably pay for a rock crew member at this point. Now, I'm not gonna hold myself to that because I might not want to actually do that, but you know, it's a very useful thing to pick up. And we will be able to kill this crew, almost certainly. I'm even going to power up the, actually, they only have beams. So we can take power away from the shields to get the small bomb, oxygen, and dodge chance up. We will be able to kill the crew though. Mantises that are good at combat are just gonna eat these humans up. Might have to micro my crew positions around in the engine room, but with only one human left against 2 Mantises, it doesn't matter that I'm at half health. We're gonna wreck him. You're fine. Don't worry, Ryan. 15 scrap, 1 fuel, and I think that was 2 drone parts or 2 missiles or something. Either way, it was a good jump. We could, you know what, let's continue exploring a little bit. I was thinking I might have to just go straight to the exit, but we can actually explore a little bit more first. So let's do that. Do need to be careful about not getting caught out by the rebels, so I might just do distress beacon exit instead of distress up beacon exit, but let's come up here and find out what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna get 1 more bar of reactor power as well, just so that I can have engines, 2 bars of shields, oxygen, weapon. I will probably spend a little bit more scrap upgrading the reactor in a second. Another refugee ship drifting in space. If this is another set of boarders, I'm gonna just like I don't know, be angry at FTL for a couple minutes? Yeah, okay, well, gonna be angry at FTL for a couple more minutes, I guess. Luckily, we do have some good good mantises that we can just kill these humans with. So let's get everyone selected, get them put in here, and 4 mantises against 4 humans. I think we know who's going to win this encounter. Good stuff. Just making sure all of my mantises are winning their individual combats. We're gonna get some beeps, but they're all dead. Good. You should be able to get something from that encounter. It is a derelict ship after all. Are you telling me that we can't just scrap some of it? There's nothing aboard? No weapon systems? No extra medbay technology we can upgrade ours with? Nothing? Nothing at all? Yeah, we're not gonna have time to get to beacon exit, so there's no point in not just going beacon exit. A lot of times it seems like there's nothing at the exit beacon, but whatever. Hopefully there is something at this exit beacon. The sun doesn't bother me all that much. It actually does kind of suck that there is a auto ship here because there's no oxygen aboard it, as we mentioned. Hopefully they don't hack the teleporter. They actually hack the piloting, which is kind of bad, but not too bad. I am going to board them in the weapon system, take their weapons down so that the small bomb can hit their shields, and then we can switch over to the basic laser. The big problem here is their weapons, because they have a 2-shot laser plus a beam. Now they only have a beam, so we're fine. I can depower these shields once and get power into the O2 system. Small bomb their shields. Switch over to the basic laser, and now we can fire the basic laser on their shields to keep their shields down. And I'm not gonna put on auto fire. I'll auto fire manually. And as long as we get our boarders back before the solar flare happens, we will be able to keep them alive, because you know the big problem here is that if a fire starts in the teleporter room or the enemy weapons room, we might be screwed. But as long as we can stay aboard our ship, then we can get ready for anything. I don't think having more bars of shields helps at all, but I'll do it anyways. And we'll get everyone in here to fix up the weapon system. We did take 1 point of damage, which kind of sucks. The big piss off is that our weapons are offline, but we can get that repaired pretty quickly. As long as we can get some shots in before the enemy can get their double laser online, we're fine. And before they can get their shields online, definitely. We'll hit them in the engine room because the 1 laser doesn't bother me at all. Might as well lower their dodge chance for when they get their piloting system repaired, inevitably. Inevitably. Good stuff. We will get hit by another solar flare, but that's okay. Did 1 point of damage in the room next to the medbay. Let's just get the mantises in there. I don't want to deoxygenate the entire ship to put out 1 fire. They can heal in the medbay once they get this done. It will take them a second because mantises are slow at repairing. I think this counts as repairing, quote unquote, but whatever. There we go. We got it done. Get them healed up. Send this mantis into the medbay. Hopefully he can make it and then make it back into the engine room before the next flare. I think he can. Good stuff. And we jump. Drone parts for fuel. I don't need drone parts. I don't have any drone systems, so we are going to ignore that and go to the pirate-controlled sector. Pirate-controlled sectors are actually pretty good at getting crew members because you'll often get slaver ships. And if you're invading them and you kill the crew, you have a good chance of getting free crew members out of it. So this is actually not half bad. Let's get the second level of piloting as well. I've been regretting not getting that in the past. 1 more bar of power so that we can get the engines powered up to level 2. We now have a 20% dodge chance, which is okay. Lab fire, rock crew member goes in, we get another reverse ion field. We are actually now immune to ion damage. Wonderful, that's actually really good. Might as well get the firebomb up. I can't use Ion Blast with a weapon, so this is fine for now. There's another store we can go to. I would like to go to the store. I just spent some scrap, but it's definitely worthwhile if we can make it. We can sell the Mantis pheromones. It's not very useful. Ah, pirate ship and a civilian ship? Absolutely, because we have a good opportunity here to pick up a bit of double rewards. Actually, I can't even use the firebomb. It takes 2 power, so there's no point really in having a third weapon here yet. They have a lot of crew members. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to get through all of their crap. So what do? I think we go after the pilot, and then we small bomb the clone bay and beam aboard as soon as we can. So let's get our crew members kind of moved around. Let's get the Rockman in the piloting room, and I might actually want to have him be in the piloting room permanently because he's a good pilot. He has a lot of HP. He can stay put. So I might actually want to do that instead because I'm using the Mantises as double invaders occasionally, such as right now. So 1 heavy laser shot, they have a double heavy laser shot coming in. Looks like we will get the shields powered up before it comes in, so we won't take any damage from this barrage coming in. Hit him in the clone bay. Hit him in the clone bay. Take it offline, bring our Mantises over, and they are going to attack us with their Mantis, so they will probably lose this fight. Might as well have our Mantises keep attacking the piloting system. Now when the Zoltan explodes, it's going to be a little bit of an annoyance because it will do damage to our Mantises, but I think we'll be fine. We've got a lot of health on these guys. Oh, we actually did take a little bit of damage there. I wasn't paying attention, but there was nothing we could do about it, so it's actually okay. I am going to swap out a couple Mantises here. This guy's got a lot more health, so when this Zoltan explodes, he'll be fine. Good stuff. 28 scrap, another 24 scrap. So I think I will have the Rockman stay here. It's probably better to have him be the pilot, so that if I do want to invade with Mantises, I can do that. Alternatively, if I get the firebomb online, having him plus another Rockman be available for boarding might be the best solution. But for now, this is what we're doing, so for now I'm going to stick with it. I would like to get another Rockman, though. Definitely. Maybe I can. You know, if we get another one of those pirate... Yeah, stick with it like this. If I get another one of those pirate slaver ships, I could definitely get another crew member out of it. So I do want to go to the store, so let's save scrap as much as possible. Go to the store, pick up either missile defense or another weapon. I will sell 10 missiles for 30 scrap because we don't need a lot of missiles for this run to work. What we are using missiles for is one shot on the clone bay, the med bay, enemy shields, stuff like that. They're going to attack us. I'm going to send my Mantises in. I'm going to send the attacking Mantises so that my Mantis can just stay in the piloting room as soon as we are done with this combat. And my Mantises can just spend time in the med bay while we get the FTL drive charged. Easy encounter. We've been getting a lot of invading and boarding on this run so far. Being boarded, that is. With these events that don't give you anything at all. Unlucky is all it is. Let's go to the store. 111 scrap is enough that I can buy weapons and maybe even upgrade our ship at the same time. Hull laser is good. 3 shots, 3 power, good damage, chance of a breach. Mind control, though, could be wonderful. Being able to mind control an enemy on board the ship and then beam over could be wonderful. Sell Mantis pheromones. All it does is make you move faster. They do have a Rockman, who's good at weapons, actually. I really like the idea of the firebomb double Rockman in the med bay or the clone bay or whatever I need. So I am actually going to buy a Rockman. I will also buy a weapon that I can use. Hull Laser Mark II works. Ion Blast is actually not half bad. Buy another one, but I'm going to buy Hull Laser. We're going to put the Hull Laser on, put the small bomb on. We're going to sell Basic Laser because it is garbage. I could also sell the double reverse ion field, but I actually like being immune to ion damage. It does make some encounters much easier. Maybe we'll also be immune to Protect your ship from ion damage. I imagine we might be immune from pulsars as well, so let's hold off on that. I'll save the ion blast in case we want to use it in the late game. It is a 1 power weapon that can get around an enemy bar of shield, so let's hold off on that. And we do still have the capability of using the small bomb, which is why I kept that capability. Banks is a pretty good weapons personnel. So let's send him into the weapons, and our Mantis can be a door personnel. In fact, I might want to make the Mantis the engine personnel so that the engine can be the door personnel and can do some repairing if he needs to. But, you know, this is interesting because our combat crew are good at fighting, and I want to make them good at piloting and dodge and engines, and, you know, weapons and shields too. But if I use them for invading, I don't get the bonuses from them being stationed there. So maybe having the NG on engines is the best thing. No. Let's do it like this, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Either way, that was a good beacon. We managed to pick up some things that are going to work well for us in the future. Now I do have enough scrap to get the weapon powered up. Or weapon system upgraded. I'm going to do that so that I can use the firebomb if I need to. How does this work? If we run across a ship that has a big clone bay or med bay, we can drop a firebomb in there, send over the rockmen, and they are going to have a good time at taking the system down. Now this actually sucks heavily because I have to use bombs. Since I sold the laser, I have to use bombs to actually get around the Zoltan energy shield. I didn't think about that. Luckily, we are immune to ion damage. They only have 3 weapon shots coming out. The chain laser does suck. Chain laser does suck because it will be able to take down a couple of bars of shields very reliably, very quickly, very frequently. But once we get enough small bomb hits, once we can board them, we'll be able to get done with this encounter very quickly. We're getting a lot of misses, which is actually very nice to get people trained up. 1 more small bomb is all we need to have land here. But like right now, if that heavy laser came in, we would have taken damage. Good, their stuff is now offline. We can board them in the piloting system. Get as much, yeah, there's a little bit of damage. Get as much damage done to this one Mantis before the other one came in. See, heavy laser shot coming in. Luckily we dodged it. Almost didn't. There we go. They're dead now, 5 hull points repaired. Very nice. I feel very good about that encounter now because we did come out of it ahead in terms of hull integrity. And with the scrap that we have, let's get the last bar of weapon power upgraded so that we can use the hull laser if we need to. We don't need to use bombs to break through Zoltan shields anymore. Good stuff. Okay, let's continue jumping ahead. We can hit up all these beacons before we reach the exit, I do believe. So let's try it out. Asteroid field, annoying. Their ship, however, is garbage, pretty much, so we will have a very easy time killing the crew. Let's send our crew in to fight the Mantis first, I guess. They are hacking us. They're hacking us in the sensors room or the engine room. Sensors. Good stuff. That is a good place for them to hack because who gives a crap if our sensors are offline for a few seconds? And you know what? That actually does make sensors a legitimate purchase from a defensive standpoint because it means that you might be less likely to get hacked in your, shield room. I guess there is technically a reason why it might be pretty good to have sensors because it's another target for the hacking module. Everyone gets healed up, power into the O2 system. We do need a lot more power in our reactor, but unfortunately we can't purchase power because that is an asteroid field. And they are going to mind control our Rockman. They do have a clone bay as well, which makes this actually a rather annoying, difficult encounter. Now they only have 1 laser plus the ion weapon plus the beam. Ion weapon's not gonna do jack. The beam might be able to sneak through our shields if the laser plus an asteroid hit at the same time. The mind control sucks a little bit. What I might actually wanna do is maybe try to hit him with the hull laser in the clone bay and then beam aboard. in which case we just need to harass the weapons personnel for a little bit. So let's see if we can actually get this to work. Doesn't necessarily look like he is mind controlled to level 2. Did manage to get one dodge in there, which is good. Hull laser is ready to fire. We fire on the clone bay. Let's get everyone into the med bay so that we can get them healed up. Let's see if this actually ends up working. I could also hit him in the mind control room, which might in fact be better, but let's just see if this works. No, our shots missed, unfortunately. So you know what? We're switching back over to the small bomb, I think. You know what? Screw that. Let's switch over to the frickin' firebomb. They don't have any rockmen. I have rockmen. Let me get my rockmen ready to go, and we will just board them with rock people. We gotta get this encounter done pretty quickly, and fire is definitely the way to go, I think. They're so slow, in fact, I'm just gonna send them over at slightly low health. No, I can get them healed up. I can wait. NG's getting healed up. I have all mantises on board my all the systems on my ship. Firebomb goes off in their clone room. They mind controlled the shield personnel. We will have to deal with that. Let's get him occupied. Let's get the NG in there so that the mantis kind of spreads out its attacks a little bit. We'll firebomb the clone bay. Let's get my rockman over. Good stuff. Now the clone bay is going to be destroyed, and because there's a fire in there, the enemy crew will take more combat damage. Don't want my mantis to be in there because I want the NG just to harass the mantis until the mind control wears off. You know, this is good. They're trying to get in there to actually kill my rockman, but they can't because of the fire. Everyone go back to your rooms. No, that was a bad move. You stay there, you stay there, you stay there, you stay there, you go into the med bay. You go into the med bay 2. You go into med bay 3. Okay, basically, screw that, everyone get into the med bay. That's what I meant, right? Oh, the resistances on these ion weapons are amazing. I'm definitely glad that I stuck with it and didn't sell them. I could use one more bomb to hit their weapon system, but I think we're fine. The fire is really gonna screw these guys up, and I can kind of just walk through their ship without any regard to the crew whatsoever. Take out the last mantis. They mind controlled my mantis, but that's okay. He's going to be fine. Because now all of the crew is dead, and there we go, 21 scrap. We didn't take any hull damage from that encounter, believe it or not. Ooh, it was very close though. We almost definitely did take some hull damage, but we managed to avoid it, which is good. And we got a lot of training out of that too. Ken and T10 are really good at piloting an engine. So you know what? Screw having the NG on the engine system. Mantis is gonna do it because he's already trained in it partially. Which means that these mantises go into Magna and Ryan, go into the teleporter room. NG is going to be on doors. Kozar is on shields. Banks is on weapons. And everyone save your positions. Good stuff. Do need some more weapon power. We need some reactor power that we can put in the weapon systems. We can't do that now though because we're in an asteroid field. Second asteroid field in a row, but it just happens sometimes. We're just gonna go up to the exit. There's no way we could visit more beacons. And this is gonna be a good test to see if we're immune to pulsar effects. I think we might be. Honestly, doesn't matter all that much because we are just gonna beam aboard their ship and kill their crew very easily. We might get hit by a missile. If we do, oh well. Yeah, we did get hit. We have no dodge chance, and we are completely immune to the pulsar. Wonderful. So good to know. If we ever find a beacon in the future that has a pulsar in it now, we go to it. It only benefits us. Resisted. Why does it only benefit us? Because the enemy ship has to deal with the pulsar. We don't. Good stuff. Hit up the exit just in time. Good stuff. Reactor, yes, I will get a free reactor upgrade, thank you. And we will go to the Mantis homeworlds because we have the option of getting a fully leveled Mantis in the form of Basilisk, whatever his name is, if we find him. We kill the crew, and since we have a double-powered medbay and a double-powered teleporter, we can get his ship, some free... Well, we already have the quest for him, I think, but if we don't, we can pick it up. We get a crew member, we get some weapons out of it, I think, a bunch of scrap, and some good stuff. There's already a quest beacon here. I honestly did not realize I had a quest going, but that's okay. Let's get a couple more bits of power going so we can get the hull laser powered up if we need it. Oh right, we were leading them to this, to their destination. I remember now. I will give them the fuel. I've got a lot of fuel, 37 scrap for 4 fuel is a good trade. Now we're just looking for store plus click. They're gonna board us. They have a teleporter and the clone bay. We're gonna board them in the clone bay. We can take out the clone base before they can kill me. And basically all we have to do is just wait now. We're good. They will disrupt my ability to dodge, but we should be able to disrupt their weapon systems in a second. I could send over my Mantises, but we need to have some defense against the missiles coming in. 2 hull damage is not that bad. Their crew should all die at about the same time, and then we can attack their clone bay. And I think we can destroy the clone bay. Yep, there it goes. We get a chain burst laser, excellent. Another weapon that we can power up in the future. Get everybody healed up, get stuff repaired. We took 4 points of hull damage. Just not bad. I like staying at about this point here, the 2/3 mark for hull anyways, so that's only 2 hull points that I would have to repair if we find a store in the near future. Which there's not, so we're gonna jump ahead. If there's a store on the left, I'll probably go to it just because I would like to be able to sell excess weapons and buy something that gives me missile defense. We will attempt to download the ship's data stores. This ship is easy for us because it has an ion weapon. Who cares about your, oh, well, they also have a 3-shot laser, which I should have known, but who cares about the ion weapon, you know? We will board them in the weapon system first. We have a 15-second cooldown on the teleporter. They have a 20-second cooldown on their cloak, so we will be able to leave before our crew die. Always a good thing. Might as well have the NG in the sensors room so that we can actually see aboard the enemy ship. There go our Mantises. We didn't get shot in the teleporter. Even if we did, it would have been fine because the cooldown wouldn't have changed. The only thing that would change is that the cooldown after we bring the Mantises back would change. Did get hit in the weapons, which is actually really, really frustrating because now we can't take their weapon offline. Yeah, bring the Mantises back, get them healed up. Might have to send them in again to take out this weapon. I will use a small bomb to take out their weapon system if I have to, because the laser, you know, we only have a 24% dodge chance. As long as we dodge 1 shot, we're fine, but if we don't dodge that 1 shot, we're gonna get hit. So we'll send over a small bomb. I actually can send over my crew again. Let's do that first. It's gonna be close. We only have about 2 to 3 seconds to bring them back before their cloak finishes charging, but I think we can make it work. I'll small bomb their cloak so that I can get more charges out of my hull laser, and just so that if I did actually screw up the timing, my crew members won't die, but I think we're fine in the timing. Good, the weapons are now destroyed. Yeah, timing was fine. The cloak is still pulsating from the ion damage. Good, good stuff. Get them healed up. They have no weapons, so we don't need power in the engines quite yet. They do have dodge chance though, so the hull laser might miss. It did miss. We might have to use the Mantises, but I'm not going to do that until the cloak comes back online so that my crew don't die. Until then, we're just gonna be firing the hull laser repeatedly. And if we get a hit, we get a hit. If we get a breach, that's perfect. Just gotta wait. There, so the cloak is now repaired, so we will be boarding them with the Mantises once again. Board them in the piloting room, I guess, to lower their dodge chance while we hit them with the hull laser in their shield room. We missed, but that's okay. Their dodge chance should be 0 by the time my Mantises finish. They can break 2 bars of a system before they have to return, and here they come back. So now the hull laser will hit. There we go, and since it's breached, it's not gonna get repaired ever. Their dodge chance will be 0. I can land some more hull laser shots before they can get the piloting system repaired, I think. Probably, maybe, we'll see. If I can hit him in the shield room again, that'd be perfect so that I can keep their shields down. So that even when they do get the piloting system repaired, I still have a window. I have a window of being able to miss 1 shot while still being able to land future shots and doing damage to the enemy ship. Really, the big thing here is if they ever get the burst laser back online, I have to hit him in the weapon system. Until then, I'm gonna hit him in the shield. We missed a lot of shots there. That was very unfortunate. If I miss 2, we can't do damage. If I miss 1, we're still good. And this ship is not escaping or anything, so we just gotta wait. Their heavy ion is doing jack shit. Good stuff. 1 more damage. 1 more hit on their shield system will bring it down permanently forever. But I think at this point we might want to board them even in their weapon system, because they will be able to get another burst laser shot out. And there's nothing really I can do about it. You know what? Let's board them. See if just maybe we can take out their weapons. Hull laser's going to come back. Good stuff. I'm not gonna shoot the hull laser. I'm gonna wait a second. I don't want to screw it up and get my Mantises killed. That's the only reason why I'm not going to do it right now. Now we can bring him back. Now we hit him in the shield room. Good, and they are going to cloak in about 2 seconds. 1,000, 2, 1,000. There we go. Good timing. And as soon as they come back, hull laser will get charged before they can cloak again, before they can get anything repaired. And they will be dead. Let's get Banks healed up since he did take a little bit of damage. So I'll just wait for Banks. There he goes, he's back up to full health. Now let's get him to walk all the way back. We'll wait, Banks. It's okay, take your time. Take your time, Rockman. All right, close enough.